A deaf woman saw three old school friends using sign language on a train. She saw them planning a man's murder. Michelle O'Neill was catching a train from Murwilbark into the city in February when she saw her old schoolmates having a strange conversation. Deaf trio Warwick Toohey, Jake Ferris, and Georgia Fields were each charged with the murder of Robbie Wright, who fell from a Ringwood balcony on January 15, 2015. Miss O'Neill told the Melbourne Magistrates Court they were talking about killing a man. In a statement to police, the 27-year-old dental nurse said she saw the trio planning to bash their victim's head in with a pole while he slept. They went through different ideas. It is like they were talking really silly stuff. But it is not right to talk about murdering people, she said. Miss O'Neill claimed Mr. Toohey signed that he would carry out the grim task, acting out a striking motion using two hands to hold an object. She said Mr. Ferris then produced an iPad, which he claimed to have stolen. Warwick and Jake all look so happy and high-fived each other, she said. Each of the accused have been charged with murder and theft. Miss O'Neill told police she approached the trio and said hello. They looked shocked and they looked panicked, she said. Jake allegedly placed the iPad back into his bag and refused to take it out when asked for it. Miss O'Neill was forced to restrain Georgia until she calmed down. When questioned about the iPad again, Jake allegedly claimed it was Warwick's roommate's iPad. All three allegedly refused to name Mr. Wright, and when Ms. O'Neill said she would go to the police, Georgia became crazy and violent. "You know I have mental problems," she allegedly told Ms. O'Neill. Ms. O'Neill said while Warwick and Jake agreed to go with her to police, Georgia convinced them otherwise. In an instant she started beating up Warwick, she said. Georgia can be a bit controlling of Warwick and Jake. Anything Georgia said, Warwick will do. However, she convinced him to accompany her to a police station where he handed over the iPad. "I told him to stay away from Warwick and Georgia, and he said he would," she said. However, he didn't. The trio confronted Robbie Wright in the unit he shared with Warwick Toohey. Warwick and Jake picked up Robbie and dangled him over the balcony before letting go. Due to their disabilities, Jake and Warwick were both given indefinite supervised custodial orders to be served at a facility for at least 25 years. Georgia was released into the custody of her father with strict bail conditions.